I'm out here magnet fishing for the very first time. Let me talk about my magnet first. This is a very cheap $8 teeny tiny rated at 30 kilos. I got it from AliExpress, and I don't have it with me right now, but I pulled up a big steel bar, kind of a sign holder post before, and that was at least 25 kilos. So far this little guy is doing what it's supposed to do. Let me talk about what I got. This is almost all of this stuff is from a small area. I want to say 3 by 3 meters. This could be pretty old. It looks like some kind of forged iron mount thingy for a boat. Maybe it looks like this is supposed to be banged into the planks, and then something had to be mounted in some way. I need to take some better pictures and clean this stuff up. This is interesting too. A very old padlock. This could be kind of old. Maybe it's like the 50s. I don't know. I have to clean it up and see if I can find some markings on there. You got your classic old tin can, scrap metal, all kind of crap. A little bit of fishing stuff. Big old chain. This is also kind of interesting. This is a rifle round. Don't know if you can make it out what it says on the. This must be a modern thing. It says, I think it says 686, and then it says SMI. I had to Google that as well. It must be a modern thing. Then we have a little bit of fishing weight. I've never seen this kind of weight before. I'm an angler myself, and honestly I don't know this kind of lead. And then we have a lot of old knots and balls. These things, I'm not sure what. It could be lead, I'm not sure. And then of course nails, all kinds of crap. As you saw in the other clip, I pulled up quite a bit of stuff, mostly trash, mostly unusable pieces of weird metal. But this is the most interesting things that I pulled up today. And honestly, this being the first time I ever magnet fished, I am I'm a little bit overwhelmed, and yeah, I think this was quite successful for a first time thing. I want to start with some of the smaller stuff. Quite a bit of these nuts. This seems to be brass. I'm pretty sure that most of this stuff, I'm really sure that most of this stuff is from boats and related to, boat parts and stuff. Most of it looks like it belongs on a boat. I only cleaned off this stuff kind of rough. This is a fishing weight. I'm an angler myself, and honestly I've never seen this type of bottom weight, but honestly it could work, so maybe I will try this one day. Then I pulled up an absolute ton of these things, and I'm pretty sure it's pure lead. And it didn't occur to me until some random bystander asking me what I was doing that this is probably from old fishing nets, the edge all around. If anybody knows, tell me. If anybody knows anything about this stuff, please share. Then I found this thing, and honestly this is probably the most interesting find. This looks very handmade. It looks like it's been, when you, I don't know the exact word, but it's very handmade. You can see it's been, I'm not sure, when you forge metal, it's sort of been poured. It's not a solid piece. It's been made to this exact shape. And you can see it has these kind of small edges to keep it inside. Now my thought is that this is a some kind of bracket, some kind of mount for old wooden boat. This could be fairly old, to be honest. I have to do some googling on this. But imagine that you hammer in this part inside a plank, or like the main structure of a boat, and then you have to sort of hold two pieces together. This could be pretty old, and I was a bit surprised finding this thing. If anybody knows exactly what this is, I'm sure it's boat related, and I'm sure it's handmade, and I'm sure it's really old. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Then this is a modern thing. I'm pretty sure that this is, when you see on more modern sailboats, you have a wire coming from here and a wire exiting here, and I'm pretty sure it's threaded in here. I haven't cleaned it up completely. I'm not sure if it's even possible, but I'm pretty sure there's some thread inside here. So to attach two different wires, you mostly see them on the wires supporting a mast on a regular sailboat. So this is probably a modern thing. And a couple of shackles, not that interesting, and an old padlock. This one says Trademark. I'm not sure how old it is exactly. I had to Google a little bit, but it's definitely an older guy, and I was quite happy pulling this up. Something clearly recognizable right when you pull it from the water. When I pulled this from the water, the moment I pulled it up, I was like, that's a bayonet. But obviously it isn't. But this is still a cool find. Then I got this guy, and this is obviously some kind of rifle round. As you saw in the other clip, I pulled up another round as well. That was some sort of modern thing. I accidentally dropped that in the water right underneath the bridge and wasn't able to retrieve it. But this thing is, first of all, to me it's a bit of a funny size. What can I compare it to? So you can, a regular bottle cap, why not? It's really short, and maybe I can make out some numbers there in the back. I have to clean those up a little bit, but finding out what this is going to be fairly interesting. As you saw in the video, the modern one was a lot less corroded, and this has a lot more corrosion and sort of build up. Sorry for the disgusting nails. I just got back for a 2-day fishing trip, and the magnet fishing didn't help even though I wore gloves. So yeah, sorry about that. Let me try and clean this up a little. Yeah, so I cleaned this thing up a little bit. It says 16 there at the top, and then it says 44 right there. 44, it's kind of hard to make out. 44, and then it's really hard to read, but it let's focus. It goes, I think it says NLA, and then I can't read the next letter, and then I think it's a S at the end. If anyone know what sort of round this is, I could try and take some measurements of it. Now my dad's a hunter, and I have seen a couple of different types of, different calibers of regular hunting rifle rounds, but I've never seen this. I never seen one this short, and that I found a little bit interesting. It could be just a older regular thing. This thing is 47 millimeters, 47.2, I want to say. And the thickness, probably not going to be that accurate because of some of the corrosion. It's like, yeah, almost 12 millimeters. I'm not sure if that's going to help at all, but could be interesting knowing what this thing is exactly. So yeah, first time magnet fishing. Honestly, I think I mentioned it before. I think this is going to be a new thing I'm going to do on a regular basis. This stuff you see here, I pulled up in an area, I want to say 4 by 4 meters. And it was the second spot I ever threw my magnet in the water. So honestly, pretty cool, and yeah, cool finds for a first time.